I can't stop playing with toys, especially lights, because what good is a camera or a lens if what you're taking pictures or video of doesn't look good? The lighting is everything. Lighting's everything. And I've been playing a lot with Neewer lately. I can't stop playing with these. I don't know, there's something about Neewer that's kind of fun because they're lightweight and plastic. I like cheap plastic stuff. I don't know, it's just me. I just like I don't like heavy metal things. I like plastic things. That's just me. But anyway, because you know me, I like portable, lightweight. I travel and all that kind of stuff. And maybe it's from being a child. I like playing with plastic toys, and it reminds me of my childhood. And I feel like I'm playing with toys rather than working with tools. I don't like work. I like play. All right, anyway, so here's an assortment of Neewer lights that, and I'm going to give some of this stuff away today, so pay attention to which one you might want. Okay, let's go from the smallest to the biggest, starting with the FS60b. This is a 60-watt light, and it looks, interestingly, very familiar to the Zhiyun 100. Now, the big difference that I can tell you right away is that this thing weighs almost nothing. This is heavy, but this is 60 watts, this is 100 watts. And the thing that I don't like about this style is they require some type of external power source, especially this one here. This one, you can actually get a battery that clicks to the side like this. And now you have a self-contained unit. The battery goes on the side, and that's kind of cool. This is very portable. The Zhiyun, I think, is actually the smallest, most powerful portable light that you can get for this kind of power. And it comes in both bicolor and RGB. I only like bicolor mainly. But anyway, so yeah, that comes with battery. This one doesn't. This one you have to hook either a PD100 or a power cord like this, which it's just, that takes away the whole fun of this being a small, lightweight thing, because now you got to lug all this stuff with it, which is a hassle. So this is not, I mean, it's really lightweight, which I love, and it's really portable, and that comes off. So, you know, you can put 6 of these in your bag. So portability is great. And, well, you know, some people might like it. Oh, and by the way, these things here, this is a new type of connector, which this one has too. It's, there's no button you push. You actually just push in the reflector and turn it, and then it comes out. That's it. So that's kind of cool. So moving on to this one here, this is another 60 watt. This is the HB60b. I like this one a little bit more. It has the same mount that you twist and turn to get that on and off. And this is the whole thing right here. And the cool thing about this one is it has a built-in battery. So this is totally self-contained. You can just turn it on. Got a nice display on the back. It's got a nice little reflector on here. All kinds of modes on it here on the back of this thing. If you're using it with just the built-in battery, it has 2 power modes. It has the standard 60 watts, which runs for 50 minutes, and the eco mode, which is 45 watts, and it runs for 80 minutes. You can also plug it in, obviously, to a wall or use a PD100 USB. I like this one more than this one. They're both 60 watts, but this one has a built-in battery, which is kind of cool. And of course, if the battery runs out, you just use USB power. And you can also get this Bowens mount adapter, which you can then put softboxes and lanterns and whatever it is you want on there. That's a Bowens mount. And I like this little reflector. The little reflector is kind of cool, because I like small things. All right, moving on to the 80 watt. This is an 80 watt here with a Bowens mount. So it's got this huge Mondo reflector on the front, but of course that comes off. And this is what the actual thing looks like. And the handle clicks down. So it looks like a miniature Q4 flash. I reviewed one of these before, like late last year. That was a bicolor. This one here is a RGB, so you have both of those. This also has a built-in battery, and you can run it off a PD, and it has the same kind of 3 different power sources. It says 80 watts, that's when it's maxed out, and you need the PD100 to get that. When you're just running off the battery that comes with it, and then it's 65 watts regular mode, which runs for 70 minutes, or 95 minutes if it's in the mute mode, which is 45 watts, and the fan is silent. When you get both of these, when you you have it in the eco mode, the 45 watt, then the fan is quiet. The handle goes up and down, which is kind of cool. This reflector produces a really strong light beam, but if you want softer light but still have the power of a reflector, get the Neewer LD30. This is my favorite 12-inch. It came as a beauty dish, but I took the deflector plate off because it works better as just a basic reflector. And that goes on here. So this one here produces a softer light and more flattering, especially when you have one on each side. That works really good. So this is a Neewer LD30 beauty dish, which I use as a reflector. And moving up into the more powerful lights, where you can have some fun outdoors, this is actually one of my favorite ones here. This is the FS300b. This one is really lightweight. As far as 300s go, it's plastic, it's lightweight, which I love. You can plug it in the wall, but the thing I like about this one is you can get a D-tap cord. So instead of plugging it into the wall or AC power, you can plug it into a D-tap and then check it out. All right. This is a 26 volt D-tap. A lot of people don't even know these exist. They're just used to the 14.8 volt D-tap V-mount batteries. The bigger lights, like the 300s and stuff like that, they usually require 26 volts. I mean, it'll run on a 14, it just won't be very bright. So if you have a light that you put on a D-tap and it's only running at like 80% or 50%, you might want to check to the specs, because a lot of times to get the full power out of it, you got to use a 26 volt D-tap. I got a good deal here from Castar. These are the most affordable ones. They're like 200 bucks, but the normal ones are like 400 to 500 bucks. So this is actually a good deal. I'll see if I can find a link. I'll put it below. But yeah, you can run this thing off of one 26 volt D-tap battery. That's really cool. Not a lot of people know about these, but they're lightweight, they're small, and they're powerful. Great for outdoors and stuff. And also like the 600. This thing here, oh, the FS600. I think FS stands for freaking super light, because these are really lightweight. They're plastic. And I love that, especially when you're dealing with stuff like this, like the 600s. This thing is super lightweight. As a 600 goes, this thing weighs very little. 600 watts, man, this thing is great. I love it. So if I travel and I want to travel as light as possible, but I need power, I would take a couple of these 600s and 300s if I need the power. These things are a little too weak for me. I mean, it's good for indoors, playing around and stuff like that. So that's why I am giving these three away. FS60b, the HB60b, and the HB80C. I'm going to give those away at marcuspicks.giveawayenter.com, and I'll include this thing with this one here. Because if I wanted 80 watts like this, I would rather use my well making, because look how small this thing is. This thing is very portable. This is 80 watts and this is 80 watts. And you can focus the beam, make it wide or spot. I like small, portable, so this is great. I mean, this has a built-in battery and stuff, but it's just, it's good for certain people and not so good for other people. Doesn't mean they're not good. They're great. These are great. So there'll be 3 happy people getting these. marcuspicks.giveawayenter.com. I'm keeping these ones, obviously. And that's it for today. I just thought I'd share some more of my toy joy. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.